What's up guys, and welcome to another video. So as you can probably tell, I'm back in sunny Asia. It's great to be back, and today I've got a special video just for you because I'm going to help you level up your freestyle. So today's video focuses on one single trick that is going to help you level up your freestyle as a whole. It's going to improve your flow, your throttle control, and as a bonus, it's going to add style to your lines too. And it's not a super complicated combo or anything like that. It's actually a trick that only requires the manipulation of one axis on your gimbal. And it's not just me who loves this trick. I've noticed other pilots, some top level pilots, using this trick a lot lately. If I'm going to name drop, I'll say Pablo Floor. I've noticed him use it a lot. Allows him to flow effortlessly, as if he didn't already. But anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. And also Sabang pilots use this quite a lot. It's a real style trick actually. Anyway, what am I talking about? Have you guessed it yet? In case you haven't guessed it, it is the flat yaw. And I'm not talking about an inverted yaw. I do love to do those. I'm talking about the right way up flat yaw like this. So today I'm going to go through examples, specific examples of how you can start implementing this trick in your freestyle lines to level up your freestyle. And I'm going to explain what benefits it's going to give you. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start off this video with some specific examples and instances where I have used the flat yaw to my advantage to improve my flow and add style to my flights. And I'll add some voiceover over the top so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I might even cheekily show you some instances where other pilots have used it too. So let's get into that first. Right, so in this first example, you can see I do a reverse split S to a nice flat yaw out. And you can see how, if you watch it again, it's just nice and smoothly rotated, close to the ground, maintaining the momentum. Here's another one where I do a roll to reverse split S, slightly different because I rotated the flat yaw as I was going through the gap, which kind of allowed me to spot the entrance to the gap. A little bit of a cheater there. But yeah, it allowed me to continue my flow smoothly. This is another one where I did a split S to flat yaw, left and right, and then into inverted yaw, just a style thing really. Next, just going along a road, wasn't sure what to do, add a flat yaw, spot my next gap. So with this one, sometimes I like to add the flat yaw in when I'm kind of not sure what to do next. You can see I'm rotating slowly, looking for my next gap. I see it and I just go for it, and then I went for the power loop Matty or whatever it was, Mavani, I can't remember. So now I'm going to show you some instances of where one of my favorite pilots, Pablo Floor, has used it. And there's your flat yaw through the gap, adding style, allowing him to continue his flow. And he uses it again in a moment, flat yaw out, continuing to flow. And I've got another line here from him where he used the flat yaw a lot of times, and this, I think, there's the first one. This is a great demonstration of just how it can be used to allow you to continue your flow if you're traveling backwards and you want to turn around with style. There's another one. And also, yeah, just add, there's another one. Add a hell of a lot of style to your lines, and he does it in such a clean way that it just shows how much of a great pilot he is. He's so locked. There's another one. He's so locked on the sticks. He's doing it from to travel from forwards to backwards. That one, he did it to travel backwards into a trick when he went straight into the Matty. So you can do it forwards, you can do it backwards, and it really just does add a touch of class to your lines and allows you to continue your flow smoothly. Now on to another one of my favorite pilots, Forv, and he uses the flat yaw quite a lot. He is kind of got a Sabangy style, but not too crazy hectic like some of the other Sabang pilots. There's your flat yaw. So I find he mainly uses it to add style to his lines, because I mean his style is off the charts. Definitely one of my favorite pilots. And he did another flat yaw there. And then other times I find he uses it, like now, to kind of reposition himself. He uses it not just for style purposes, but also functionally at a time like that, and then ends with a flat yaw as well, to point himself in another direction and then just continue his line. So I spoke about how it also can be used in sabang, and there's a flat yaw from my favourite sabang pilot, Marius, who unfortunately doesn't fly anymore. But in sabang, I notice a lot of people use it. There's another one. A lot of pilots use it because it kind of shows a bit of like extreme control. There's another one, amidst the sort of chaos that sabang can sometimes come across as being. It's quite erratic with all those flips, and then it just shows how locked of a pilot you really are if you can then just throw in a super clean flat yaw. It's so nice, just poetry in motion. And last but not least, we've got the alien that is Plumes, who's adding his own touch of flavour to the flat yaw, where he's just doing bonkers stuff like this. So that's 4 freestyle pilots I've shown you there, or 5 including myself, who have used the flat yaw to their advantage in order to level up their flow, their style, their flavour, and it generally, in my opinion, just does add that extra touch of class to the freestyle lines. Okay, so now you see how effective this trick can be when used in practice. Let's get into some techniques and tips on how you can start implementing it in your freestyle. It seems like a simple trick. It's just a yaw, right? Well, it's deceptively difficult, and I think this is mainly due to the up tilt of our drones. I'm running 30 degrees, and when I'm going forwards, just like most of you, I'm sure, your drone is going to be pointed forwards like this. So if you do a 180 yaw, you're going to be pointing at the sky. So I'm going to show you the tips and tricks that I use to get yourself properly prepped so that you're flat and you can get that nice horizon level yaw execution, the perfect execution. It seems straightforward. Is it? Well, let's see. So the first trick that I want to focus on is just your standard flat yaw whilst moving forwards. So just like that. And you'll notice that if I'm moving forwards, I need to pitch back a bit. Oh, pitch back too much then. Try again. So pitch back a bit, and only then can I get a nice flat yaw. So it's all about positioning when you're going into this trick. If you're moving forwards, you're generally going to be tilting down. So you have to pitch back a bit, then do your flat yaw. So I'd say practice that over and over again to give you the kind of feeling of how to control your throttle whilst you're doing the yaw. And then you can add a bit of style and go, ooh, and go into another trick. I'd go under something, then you can go back over it again. So that's the first one, just standard, going forwards, pitch back a bit, low to the ground, looks sick. Like, see, such a simple trick, and it looks so good when done correctly. Right, the next trick that I want to focus on is a split S to a flat yaw, and you see sabang pilots do this a lot. I'm going to demonstrate now, like that. And it's usually just your split S which gets you into the 180 position, reverse, and then you just flat yaw around so you're facing forwards again. So you do your split S, pitch back, and you only start yawing when you know that you're pitched back at the exact right angle for the perfect flat yaw. So let's try it with my weaker side for this. So it's still not bad, and then just carry on into something else. And it's a nice little trick. If you're sort of doing a line and you've got a long bit in between, like a straight bit like this, you're not sure what to do, but you want to add something, just add a flat yaw and then keep going, and it mixes, adds a bit of variety to your line, adds some style, looks freaking sick. You can add a little left and right. It's such a simple trick, but when done well and effectively, it looks awesome. Okay, so now you're kind of mastering the regular flat yaw. This is where things get interesting when you start combining it with reverse tricks, such as one of my favorite tricks, the reverse split S. So this is the perfect trick to use as a flow continuer, I will say. So you've just done this sick reverse split S, flat yaw out of it, and you can just continue going. So aside from the reverse split S, it also looks great when combining it with other tricks, such as the Matty. Or, you see, that one wasn't flat, and so it didn't look very clean. So that's why it's all about your positioning. Like that. So let's try with a trick now like the Barani. See again, flat yaw was not perfect. Okay, Barani. And a very slow flat yaw out. So the point I'm trying to basically get across with this trick is that you can use it to add style and flavor. You can use it when you're doing tricks and combos like Barani, for example, or a Matty flip, to just continue your flow like that. And you can just do it like that in the middle of your lines when there's not much else going on. If you're in a spot which is kind of an empty open field, which is why a lot of Sabang pilots do actually, you could do a flat yaw to an inverted flat yaw. There's so many options, but the reason why I love it is because it really just allows me to continue my flow, go for a reverse trick, want to get out of it smoothly. The flat yaw is the perfect trick, especially when you do it close to the ground. That's when it looks sickest, in my opinion. And that's why the practice is so important, because it takes a lot of throttle control. So that's it, you know, get creative and see what you can come up with.
And on that note of being creative, here's a few lines that I got during my session which all contain flat yaws.
Oh, I saw my ND come out. Here's the quad. There's the ND. Oh no, it's broken. So there we have it. That is the flat yaw. A side benefit with this trick, I would say, is that it really does, with practice, help improve your throttle control, because it looks best, really much better in my opinion, when you don't change altitude too much, when it's just slow and controlled at the same altitude. And that's difficult because your yaw and throttle are connected to the same stick. So you've really got to have steady fingers, or in my case, steady thumbs. So the key is practice. So don't forget to practice. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's everything I have to say on the flat yaw, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.